Hello everyone. One of the most common questions in Zscaler Private Access, ZPA, is how does Zscaler Client Connector, ZCC, actually find and connect to a broker? Unlike traditional VPN solutions where users connect to a fixed VPN gateway, ZPA uses a dynamic cloud architecture that automatically connects users to the most optimal broker available. In this video, we will follow the complete connection process from user login all the way to broker selection and failover. Step 1. User opens Zscaler Client Connector. The process starts when the user launches the Zscaler Client Connector and enters their username. At this stage, ZCC needs to verify the identity of the user before providing access to any private applications. Step 2. Authentication with ZIA Identity Provider. The first authentication happens through the identity provider configured for Zscaler Internet Access, ZIA. Depending on the organization setup, this could be Microsoft Entra ID, Azure AD, Okta Ping Identity, ADFS, or any SAML or OIDC-based identity provider. The user is redirected to the configured identity provider and completes authentication. Once successful, ZCC receives the required authentication tokens. Step 3. Authentication with ZPA Identity Provider. After the initial authentication, ZCC also validates the user against the identity provider configured for ZPA. In many organizations, ZIA and ZPA use the same identity provider. However, they can also use different identity providers if required. Only after successful authentication is the user considered authenticated for ZPA services. Step 4. ZCC needs a broker. Now that the user is authenticated, ZCC needs to establish communication with a ZPA broker. A broker is responsible for user authentication validation, policy evaluation, providing application access information, and coordinating connectivity between users and applications. To discover a broker, ZCC first attempts to connect to any.broker.prod.zpath.net. If this domain is unreachable for any reason, ZCC automatically tries any.broker.failover.prod.zpath.net. This provides resiliency and ensures broker discovery continues even during failures. Step 5. DNS lookup for broker discovery. Before connecting, the user device performs a DNS lookup for any.broker.prod.zpath.net or the failover domain if necessary. At first glance, it may appear that these domains point directly to a broker. However, that is not how ZPA works. These domains are actually front-ended by AWS Global Load Balancing infrastructure. Step 6. AWS Global Load Balancer selects a nearby redirect broker. The AWS Global Load Balancer is geographically aware. When the DNS request arrives, it examines source location of the DNS query, geographic region, and network proximity. Based on this information, it returns the IP address of the nearest available redirect broker. Example: suppose the user is located in Bangalore, India. The DNS query reaches AWS. AWS determines that the user is coming from South India and may return a redirect broker located in Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, or Mumbai, depending on availability and proximity. This helps reduce latency and improves user experience. Step 7. ZCC connects to the redirect broker using the IP address returned from DNS. ZCC establishes a secure TLS connection with the redirect broker, the TAO. At this point, the redirect broker performs additional intelligence. It determines user public IP address, geographic coordinates, network location, and the closest Zscaler cloud regions. The redirect broker's job is not to permanently serve the user. Instead, its job is to identify the most optimal brokers for the user. Step 8. Redirect broker calculates the best brokers. using the user's public IP address and geographic location. The redirect broker selects two nearest brokers. These are the primary and secondary brokers located closest to the user. Fee. Examples: Broker 1 and 2 from Bangalore Data Center and an additional random broker selected from another data center, like Singapore, to provide redundancy and improve resiliency in case regional issues occur. The redirect broker sends all three broker addresses back to ZCC. Step 9. ZCC attempts broker connections. Now ZCC starts connecting to the brokers in priority order. First attempt. ZCC connects to the primary broker. If successful, the connection process ends. Second attempt. If the primary broker is unavailable, the secondary broker is attempted automatically. Third attempt. If both nearby brokers are unavailable, the random broker is attempted. This ensures service continuity even during regional outages. Example: Flow. Imagine a user working from Bangalore. DNS. Resolution of any .broker.prod.zpath.net leads to AWS Global Load Balancer, which points to a Bangalore redirect broker. That broker decides on brokers 1 and 2 in Bangalore and broker 3 in Singapore. Until ZCC then attempts to connect in that order. As soon as one broker responds successfully, ZCC establishes the session and begins receiving ZPA application information and policy updates. The selected broker becomes the active broker for the ZPA session. This intelligent broker discovery process is one of the key reasons why ZPA delivers secure, scalable, and low-latency application access without relying on traditional VPN gateways. Chakan? Thanks for watching this video. You can reach out to us through Instagram and Telegram for network interview guidance and mock interview scheduling. See you in the next video. Happy learning!